the bathroom, guys. If you give us a second, we'll take you to the station, and you'll be using the bathroom, okay? We'll take it quick. Is that fair? All right. Deal with this officer from here right here. All right. Damn, what?
Of the law, the right decision was made. It's just that it's a damn shame that he gets to lean on the letter of the law. And the state of Nevada and the parole committee had to lean on the letter of the law because he's somebody that I believe doesn't only deserve to be in jail, he deserved to be under the jail.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore or not?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solar, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that.
When word broke that Gervonta "Tank" Davis's fight with Jake Paul was officially canceled, the boxing world came to a halt. This wasn't just another delay or a last-minute contract issue. This time it was serious, and it may have ended Tank's entire career. Just days before the fight, a civil lawsuit was filed against him accusing the lightweight champion of domestic abuse, kidnapping, and assault. Within hours, Jake Paul's team and Netflix pulled the plug. This was supposed to be one of the biggest crossover fights of the decade. Boxing's bad boy versus YouTube's self-made showman. But now it's total chaos. And as of today, it looks like Gervonta Davis may have just lost everything. Let's break down exactly what happened, what these allegations mean, and whether this is truly the end of Tank's career.
1 foot in, 1 foot out, too. What are you talking about? You know how much money he got? You know how hard it is getting out that bed to go run early in the morning in gym for hours, and you know you looking at 20 million easy. You own all this real estate. You rich. You don't have to do this ever again. Then the compounding interest, like let's say 20 million in the bank. He get 5% off of that, so he probably making 500,000 in interest. He not even spending his money. So it's like, hell yeah, he out of here. What? He gone.
It all started just 2 weeks before fight night. Gervonta Davis was deep in camp training for what was supposed to be a record-breaking Netflix event in Miami. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. Then came the lawsuit. According to Miami-Dade court filings, Davis's ex-girlfriend, Courtney Russell, accused him of battery, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and false imprisonment. She claimed Davis attacked her at her workplace, a club in Miami, and said it wasn't the first time. The lawsuit alleges there were at least 4 previous incidents where Tank physically assaulted and choked her. She is now seeking both compensatory and punitive damages and says she is being treated for PTSD after the alleged attacks.
Paul, Gervonta Tank Davis, the fight is in jeopardy. There's another, yes, I said another domestic abuse allegation against Gervonta Davis, and that may either destroy, postpone, change the entire event. There's been a lot of allegations against Tank. When things like this happen over and over, I think this is his 4th or maybe 5th allegation of domestic abuse, you kind of start to have to look at the person that's being accused of such and go, why do you keep ending up in these situations? And the way it's described, we've even seen Tank do some of the things already on camera. I don't think that's something that Netflix is wanting to be a part of at that point. I don't know if Jake wants to be involved with somebody like that, which is why they're starting to look for potential replacement.
That was enough to set off alarm bells in Jake Paul's camp. Most Valuable Promotions, Jake's company, put out a statement the next day saying they were looking into the matter. But behind closed doors, that review didn't take long. Within 48 hours, they called the whole thing off completely. While we will not be moving forward with this event, our plan still remains for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix in 2025, the statement read. In other words, they dropped Tank fast. If this were Tank's first run-in with the law, fans might have given him the benefit of the doubt. But it's not. Over the past few years, Gervonta Davis's problems outside the ring have nearly overshadowed his dominance inside it.
Champion boxer Gervonta Tank Davis out of jail tonight. The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegations.
In 2020, He was arrested on domestic violence charges after a viral video showed him grabbing the mother of his child by the neck at a charity event. Then in 2022, he was arrested again on similar charges, though that case was eventually dropped.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And in 2023, he was sentenced to 90 days of house arrest and 3 years of probation after a hit-and-run that injured 4 people in Baltimore. That incident alone had fans wondering if Tank was losing control. He even ended up spending part of his sentence behind bars for violating the terms of his house arrest.
Davis, he got arrested. I mean, any thoughts on that one?
He did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
Hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Just get your... That's it, basically. Just shit, you don't hit women, man.
Yeah! Now, in 2025, this new lawsuit paints an even darker picture. One that could destroy whatever is left of his reputation. Once the lawsuit became public, everything shifted. Jake Paul's promoter, Nakisa Bidarian, released a firm statement saying MVP unequivocally condemns any form of violence and would completely cut ties with the fighter.
They were officially canceling the fight, saying Most Valuable Promotions immediately initiated an investigation. No, I had the wrong one. Okay, I'm reading this one. Most Valuable Promotions and Netflix have announced that Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis, the one I was reading was the one from late last week, originally scheduled for Friday, November 14th at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida, will no longer be moving forward. Quote, our team has worked closely with all parties to navigate this situation responsibly, said Nakisa Bidarian, CEO of MVP. While we will not be moving forward with this event, our plan remains for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix in 2025. And that is what I'm hearing as well. They want him to fight in December. That is the hope. And they're actively looking for a opponent. More on that in a moment. Details regarding a new date, location, Jake's opponent, and additional bouts will be shared as soon as they are finalized. We thank Netflix, Kaseya Center, Seminole Hard Rock and Hotel and Casino for their partnership.
Sponsors began quietly backing away from their deals. Netflix removed the promotional teasers it had already filmed, and Showtime, which had previously worked with Tank, went completely silent.
Pulled up to Tootsie's and up a girl, dragged her through the parking lot, and in the face, and it's like, bro.
Okay.
Like,
wait, but how do you know that happened?
It's a lawsuit. Miami-Dade is coming. There's video, like everything, bro. He did this public. Like, you have to understand, this guy was sober.
The planned November 14th card in Miami, which was supposed to be Netflix's next big hit after Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, has now been scrapped. Tank didn't just lose a fight, he lost millions. His purse for that event was reportedly worth over $20 million, with Tank guaranteed an 8-figure payout. Now, it's all gone.
The Jake Paul Tank Davis fight has officially been canceled. It is off. It is not happening on November 14th. It is not happening in 9 days' time in Miami on Netflix, and I don't think it's ever happening. So if you weren't a fan of this fight, I think you got your wish. Now,
the Jake Paul versus Tank Davis fight has officially been canceled. It's off. It's not happening on November 14th. It's not happening in 9 days in Miami on Netflix. And honestly, I don't think it ever will. So, if you weren't a fan of this matchup, I guess you got what you wanted. Now, while Gervonta's future is up in the air, Jake Paul's team didn't waste any time. Reports confirm that MVP is already putting together a new Netflix headliner for December, with possible replacements including Ryan Garcia, Nate Diaz, Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, and even Francis Ngannou.
Hey, Jake, pick up the phone, champ. I've been calling you. Pick up. Let's make the fight happen. Pick up the phone, man. Stop playing. Oh, Jake. Yeah.
Jake's business sense has always been sharp. He knows how to turn controversy into promotion, but this time he's choosing to step back. We stand against violence. The show will go on, but not with Gervonta Davis. A Netflix spokesperson said that, and the message landed hard. Because when Netflix, one of the most powerful media companies in the world, publicly distances itself from you, you're no longer just fighting for your next paycheck. You're fighting for your reputation.
Hey, I was training for something like this. Obviously, smaller guy. How was this in the training aspect, Jake?
Yeah, just a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed. We're sparring.
That's what we need.
We're sparring.
Warm up.
Some 8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden Love ass. On my mama, I'm gonna beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. He know. He laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything. You know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't gotta say it up here. Let anything happen. And I'ma show you and him back.
It's hard to believe how quickly this all crumbled. Just a few months ago, Tank Davis was being talked up as boxing's next big star. Despite his controversial draw against Lamont Roach, his power, his marketability, and his connection to Floyd Mayweather once made him seem untouchable.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can, like, get disqualified for all that. Or, like, when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
He had crossover potential, mainstream fame, hip-hop endorsements, celebrity fans, and social media buzz. He was the face of boxing's new generation. But this might be the knockout he can't recover from. Because this isn't about getting dropped in the ring. It's about getting dropped by an entire industry. Here's what's really worrying fans and insiders. This isn't just a PR nightmare. It could turn into a criminal one. The civil lawsuit may only seek money damages, but the details could trigger criminal charges if prosecutors decide to dig deeper. The accusations include aggravated assault, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, all serious offenses that could lead to prison time if proven. And since the alleged attack took place in Florida, a state known for tough domestic violence laws, Tank's legal team is on high alert. Right now, his lawyers haven't released a statement, and neither has Gervonta himself. His social media has gone quiet. No training clips, no interviews, no comments. For a man who once built his brand on aggression, that silence speaks volumes. The reaction from the boxing world was immediate and divided.
All right, so the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight has been canceled because of new charges that came up on Gervonta. You heard it here first. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Make sure you share the video. The fight is off as we know it right now. Stay tuned.
Some fighters expressed sadness, saying Tank needs help. Others, like Ryan Garcia, didn't hold back.
I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older now or what, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that.
Gervonta Davis entered 2025 with a record of 30-0-1, including 28 knockouts. He was supposed to be the face of the lightweight division, a once-in-a-generation puncher with Mayweather-like explosiveness. But over the years, his biggest opponent has never been another fighter. It's been himself.
We can debate the top fighter in the world pound for pound. We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just got to accept it. I think that Frank Martin is a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by Gervonta Davis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, you get destroyed, you get destroyed. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power to put him on the canvas too. That's what I want to see.
Between court appearances, suspensions, and public controversies, his career has been more stop and start than any champion should be. And this time, there might not be a way back. Because when you're facing both the legal system and public opinion, winning one fight won't fix things. Oh, where does Tank go from here? At this point, his future depends on 3 things. First, the outcome of the lawsuit. If it escalates, his boxing license could be suspended for good. Second, public redemption. If he ever wants to step back in the ring, he'll have to rebuild trust. And third, promotional politics. Most major promoters won't touch a fighter who's under active legal investigation.
The exhibition match with Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, what's your thoughts on that? Just overall, do you feel like Gervonta Davis is more checked out than being checked in boxing right now?
Sentí que Gervonta Davis está más desenganchado del boxeo que enganchado con el boxeo, considerando lo que aceptó con Jake Paul.
Sí, totalmente.
This situation brings up a question that has followed boxing for decades. How much can a sport overlook for the sake of talent? From Mike Tyson's legal troubles to Floyd Mayweather's domestic violence cases, boxing has a long history of protecting its biggest earners. But with streaming platforms like Netflix now involved, the game is changing. Netflix doesn't need Tank Davis. They already have Jake Paul, Tyson, and Crawford. They don't need controversy, they need strong ratings and brand safety. Which means, for the first time in Tank's life, there may be no one left to save him.
If you're really not happy with Tank, first off, don't watch Tank. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You support it, then what you doing? You can't not support and support at the same time, right? So if you're a boxing purist, then this fight with Roach is really more for you. It's going to be more up your alley, you know? If you just like all entertainment, all fights, all hypes, all everything, then you're going to want to tune in to the Tank and Paul show there, you know, because that's all for entertainment. What does it say? For entertainment purposes only, right? It's just say like somewhere in the small print of the promotion. For entertainment, don't do this at home, kids. You know, so fine.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. For entertainment purposes only, you know. So, you know, it's money-making purposes only, you know. It is what it is, people.
It's heartbreaking because inside the ring, Tank was truly special. He had the kind of speed, timing, and one-punch power that made people believe boxing still had that magic. But outside the ropes, the man behind the gloves couldn't escape his demons. Now his career is stuck in limbo, fights canceled, legal issues mounting, and his public image falling apart. Whether or not the allegations are ever proven, the damage is already done.
I don't think Tank cares about what it does for the sport. I think, and I get it, like I was very open and honest with my last fight and the things around it. Tried not to be before because I didn't want anyone to, you know, not be excited for what was a good fight on paper, definitely. But when you kind of lose that love for the craft and the discipline and getting in the ring don't mean as much as it did when you was growing up and on the way up. I've kind of seen that in Tank. Now, he had a hard fight against Lamont Roach Jr. and that might have been a part of it. Like, wow, man, this is getting hard against fighters that I think I'm levels above and turned out on the night that I wasn't. And not only that, with prize fighters, I hope for the little people of the world, I hope Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone nearly half his size.
He's lost Netflix. He's lost the biggest payday of his life. And he may have just lost his entire career. Gervonta Davis's story isn't over yet, but it's at a breaking point. The question isn't whether he can still throw a punch. It's whether he can rebuild whatever is left of his name. Because right now, the boxing world isn't asking when Tank will fight again. They're asking if he should do so. What do you think? Has Gervonta Davis officially thrown away everything he built, or is there still a shot at redemption inside the ring? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button and subscribe for more updates. I'll catch you in the next video.